Welcome back to the channel Numismatic Coin Enthusiasts. In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating world of US coinage, focusing on the 5-cent Jefferson nickel and the Washington quarter dollar. From their rich history and timeless designs to their collector value and hidden rarities, we'll uncover what makes these classic American coins true treasures for numismatists. Let's dive into the story behind these iconic pieces of US history. Top 10. The 1965 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark stands as a fascinating and highly sought-after piece within American numismatics. It captures the imagination of collectors not only for its historical significance, but also for its role as the beginning of a new era in US coinage. This coin represents a major transition from the silver-based quarters that preceded it, symbolizing the nation's adaptation to changing economic conditions. Its enduring design, combined with its connection to one of the most pivotal shifts in U.S. monetary history, makes it a prized treasure for both casual enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists. Today, the 1965 quarter continues to captivate collectors with its timeless beauty, scarcity in high grades, and its unmistakable place in the story of American currency. Historically, the 1965 Washington quarter was minted during a crucial turning point in the United States economic landscape. For decades, quarters had been struck in 90% silver, but by the mid-1960s, the rising price of silver forced the U.S. Mint to take dramatic action. In 1965, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Coinage Act, authorizing the production of clad coins, those made from copper-nickel instead of silver. This was the first year that quarters were minted without any silver content, marking the end of an era. The absence of a mint mark on the 1965 quarter reflects another unique historical note. During this period, mint marks were intentionally omitted to discourage coin hoarding as the public transitioned to the new coinage. As a result, every 1965 quarter, regardless of minting location, carries no mint mark, serving as a lasting reminder of this important chapter in U.S. monetary policy. In terms of design, the 1965 Washington quarter proudly features the classic artwork originally crafted by sculptor John Flanagan. On the obverse, it bears the dignified profile of George Washington, facing left with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, along with the date 1965 at the bottom. The reverse showcases the bold American eagle with wings spread, perched upon a bundle of arrows, a symbol of national strength, framed by olive branches representing peace. Measuring 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams, the coin's copper-nickel composition gives it a slightly different tone compared to its earlier silver counterparts. In high-grade, uncirculated conditions, the subtle luster of the clad surface gives it a sharp, eye-catching brilliance that collectors deeply admire. The rarity of the 1965 Washington quarter lies not in low mintage, but rather in condition and special varieties. Over 1.8 billion pieces were produced, yet most entered circulation immediately, suffering wear and loss of detail. Pristine examples, especially those with full, sharp strikes and original mint luster, are far less common. Even more desirable are the rare transitional errors, such as 1965 quarters accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets intended for 1964 issues. These transitional errors are incredibly rare and can command thousands of dollars at auction. Thus, while the standard 1965 quarter is widely available, the hunt for high-grade or error examples makes collecting this coin an exciting and rewarding challenge. When evaluating market value, the 1965 Washington quarter demonstrates a broad range depending on its condition and variety. Circulated examples generally hold nominal face value, but uncirculated or high-grade specimens can fetch between $5 and $25. Certified mint state coins graded or higher often sell for $50 to $150, while exceptionally preserved examples with deep luster or sharp details may exceed $300. Transitional silver error coins, however, are in an entirely different category, frequently reaching prices from $3,000 to $7,000 depending on verification and condition. These strong market figures reflect the ongoing collector interest in transitional pieces and the historical appeal of this first-year clad issue. Collectors seeking to add a 1965 quarter to their collection should focus on quality and authenticity above all else. Because this was a high mintage issue, it's crucial to look for examples that display minimal contact marks, crisp details, and original mint brilliance. Purchasing certified coins from reputable grading services such as or NGC ensures authenticity and provides confidence in the coin's grade and market value. For those interested in error coins, verifying metal composition through professional testing or certification is essential, as counterfeit silver examples have occasionally surfaced in the marketplace. Proper storage in airtight holders or capsules will help preserve the coin's surface and prevent discoloration or environmental damage. From a collecting standpoint, the 1965 Washington Quarter offers both historical intrigue and affordability. It serves as an accessible entry point for new collectors while also offering advanced numismatists opportunities to pursue rare varieties and high-grade examples. Many enthusiasts appreciate the coin not only as a collectible but also as a teaching piece, one that illustrates the evolution of American coinage and the broader economic forces that shape it. Its blend of tradition, change, and artistry makes it an indispensable part of any Washington Quarter Series collection. The coin's role as the first clad Washington Quarter gives it a permanent place in American numismatic history. It symbolizes resilience and innovation during a time of economic challenge, and it remains a testament to the U.S. Mint's ability to adapt while maintaining the integrity of its classic designs. For many collectors, owning a 1965 quarter is like holding a physical reminder of a national transformation, a moment when America redefined its coinage for a modern age without losing sight of its heritage. Even decades after its release, the 1965 Washington Quarter continues to appreciate in historical and collector value. As interest in 20th century American coinage grows, this issue stands out for its significance as a transitional piece, bridging the gap between silver and clad coinage. Its design endures as a patriotic emblem, while its history resonates with those who value tangible connections to the economic and political shifts of the 1960s. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington Quarter without a mint mark represents far more than a simple coin. It is a captivating artifact of American history, artistry, and innovation. Its enduring appeal stems from its role in ushering in a new era of coinage while retaining the timeless portrait of the nation's first president. Whether admired for its historical significance, sought after for its rare silver errors, or cherished as a milestone in the Washington series, this coin remains a prized treasure among collectors worldwide. For any numismatist, the 1965 quarter serves as both a rewarding acquisition and a lasting symbol of America's evolving legacy in coin design and craftsmanship. Next up, it appears there's a small mix-up. The Washington quarter dollar was first introduced in 1932, not 1887. In 1887, the United States did not mint any Washington quarters. Instead, the circulating piece was the seated Liberty quarter, part of a beloved series that ran from 1838 to 1891. Based on your request and structure, I'll provide a detailed 10-paragraph overview of the 1887 Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, seated Liberty quarter, written in the same tone, style, and format as your Washington quarter overviews, emphasizing its historical significance, rarity, and collector appeal. The 1887 seated Liberty quarter dollar stands as a remarkable relic of America's 19th century coinage, captivating collectors with its elegant artistry and historical depth. Struck during an era of industrial growth and societal transformation, this coin embodies both beauty and resilience. To numismatists, the 1887 quarter is far more than a piece of silver. It's a tangible artifact that bridges the nation's early minting traditions with the dawn of modern coin design. Its refined details, scarcity in higher grades, and enduring silver composition make it a prized treasure in the world of U.S. coin collecting, admired for its subtle charm and deep historical resonance. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the nation's original and most storied facility, the 1887 seated Liberty quarter emerged during a transitional period in American coinage. Designed by Christian, the seated Liberty series had already been in circulation for nearly 5 decades, symbolizing liberty and national strength. The coin's production in 1887 marked one of the final chapters of this iconic series before the introduction of the barber coinage in the 1890s. The late 1880s were years of economic optimism and expanding trade, and silver coins like this one played a crucial role in everyday commerce. Each 1887 quarter thus represents not only a monetary tool, but also a silent witness to an era of American industrial progress and westward expansion. The design of the 1887 seated Liberty quarter remains one of the most artistically refined in U.S. coinage. The obverse features Lady Liberty seated gracefully on a rock, holding a shield in her right hand and a liberty pole topped with a Phrygian cap in her left, enduring symbols of freedom and vigilance. 13 stars encircle the figure, representing the original colonies, while the date 1887 is boldly engraved below. The reverse showcases a majestic eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch, signifying the nation's readiness for both war and peace. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, each coin weighs 6.25 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, offering a perfect balance of durability and brilliance. While not the lowest mintage issue of the series, the 1887 seeded Liberty Quarter is considered scarce, especially in high-grade or uncirculated condition. Many circulated heavily during their time, and examples free from wear are few and far between. Well-preserved specimens, particularly those with full details in Liberty's gown and the eagle's feathers, are highly sought after by collectors. Coins that remain free from cleaning, tunning damage, or surface abrasions command a significant premium. The absence of a mint mark indicates its Philadelphia origin, and finding a fully struck example with natural luster intact is a true challenge, adding to its mystique among numismatists. In today's market, the 1887 seeded Liberty Quarter enjoys steady and growing collector demand. Circulated examples typically range from $35 to $120, depending on wear and eye appeal, while higher-grade pieces graded AU, about uncirculated, may reach $250 to $400. Uncirculated specimens, especially those certified by or NGC, can command $700 to over $1,200, reflecting their rarity and desirability. Exceptional examples with sharp details, natural patina, and strong strike often perform impressively at auctions. As silver coins of this era continue to appreciate due to both historical and bullion interest, the 1887 quarter remains a solid and enduring investment in the numismatic market. Collectors are drawn to the 1887 seeded Liberty Quarter for its historical grace, refined artistry, and role as one of the final issues before the barber design took over. It holds a special place in typesets and 19th-century silver coin collections, often serving as a representation of America's artistic craftsmanship before modernization simplified coin designs. The coin's serene imagery and balanced symbolism make it a standout piece, offering an emotional and intellectual connection to the past. For many, owning this quarter feels like holding a small piece of American history, one that has weathered time with elegance and quiet dignity. While the 1887 Philadelphia issue is generally straightforward, collectors occasionally encounter subtle die variations or striking anomalies that add intrigue. Minor dates, die cracks, and overpolished dies are known among surviving specimens and can raise a coin's appeal among specialists. Though no major varieties are officially recognized, these small differences often spark enthusiasm and provide fascinating insights into 19th century minting practices. Advanced collectors appreciate the hunt for these subtle variations, which transform an already rare coin into a unique conversation piece. For those fortunate enough to own an 1887 quarter, proper preservation is essential. Because of its silver composition, the coin is vulnerable to tarnish and environmental damage if stored improperly. Collectors are encouraged to keep their coins in airtight holders or archival quality flips, away from moisture and direct sunlight. Handling should be minimized and always done with cotton gloves to avoid transferring oils or residues. Regular inspection, careful documentation, and certification from reputable grading services can further safeguard both the coin's physical and market value for generations to come. New and seasoned collectors alike are advised to seek authenticated and graded specimens when adding an 1887 quarter to their collection. Focus on coins with strong eye appeal, crisp details, and natural tunning, as these qualities enhance both beauty and long-term value. It's wise to purchase from reputable coin dealers, major auction houses, or trusted online platforms with established grading guarantees. Joining numismatic clubs or forums can also provide invaluable insights into market trends, recent sales, and potential acquisitions. Remember, in coin collecting, patience and knowledge often yield the most rewarding finds. The 1887 seeded Liberty Quarter Dollar is more than a vintage piece of silver. It's a timeless artifact that embodies America's heritage, artistry, and resilience. From its elegant design to its rich historical context, this coin captures the essence of an era defined by progress and pride. Its rarity and charm continue to inspire collectors around the world, making it a prized addition to any serious numismatic collection. Whether cherished as a historical keepsake or a long-term investment, the 1887 quarter remains a symbol of enduring beauty and the unbroken spirit of American coinage. Next up, the USA Washington quarter dollar from 1967. Without a mint mark, stands as one of the most fascinating and transitional pieces in modern American coinage. This coin captures a defining moment in U.S. monetary history, a time when the nation shifted from traditional silver coinage to the copper-nickel-clad composition that dominates circulation today. Collectors are continually drawn to the 1967 quarter, not only for its design continuity, but also for its unique position as a symbol of change, resilience, and adaptation within the American numismatic legacy. Its enduring appeal lies in how it bridges the past and future of U.S. coinage, offering both historical depth and collecting potential that continues to captivate enthusiasts and investors alike. The historical backdrop of the 1967 Washington quarter is one of significant transformation and innovation. Following the Coinage Act of 1965, the United States Mint faced immense pressure to address the national coin shortage that arose due to the public's hoarding of silver coins. The 1967 issue was part of this recovery period, during which mint marks were deliberately omitted to discourage collectors from removing coins from circulation. As a result, all 1967 quarters, regardless of their place of production, bear no mint mark, a rare and distinctive hallmark of the era. This coin was minted primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, symbolizing the U.S. Mint's strategic efforts to stabilize the economy while maintaining public trust in the nation's currency. Its story serves as a vivid reminder of the balance between practicality and tradition in American coinage. In terms of design, the 1967 Washington quarter retained the timeless imagery first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The obverse features the distinguished bust of Washington, designed by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions Liberty above, In God We Trust to the left, and the date 1967 below. The reverse displays the majestic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings perched upon a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches symbolizing peace and strength. Measuring 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams, the coin's copper-nickel composition replaced the traditional 90% silver alloy, marking a turning point in U.S. coinage history. In high-grade examples, the satin or lustrous finish reveals exceptional detail, especially on Washington's hair curls and the eagle's feathers, making it a visually striking specimen for any collection. Rarity, while not immediately apparent due to the large mintage numbers, becomes significant when examining condition and specific varieties. Over 1.5 billion Washington quarters were produced in 1967, but most saw extensive circulation, leading to surface wear, contact marks, and diminished luster. Truly pristine examples in uncirculated condition, particularly those graded or higher by professional grading services, are increasingly hard to find. Additionally, special SMS, special mint set strikes made for collectors instead of traditional proof coins exhibit superior detail, sharpness, and satin-like surfaces, distinguishing them from circulation issues. These SMS coins, free of mint marks and struck with extra care, are especially prized among numismatists seeking near-perfect 1967 specimens. When it comes to market value, the 1967 Washington quarter offers an intriguing blend of affordability and appreciation potential. Circulated examples typically trade for modest sums, reflecting their widespread availability. However, uncirculated coins graded or higher often command prices ranging from $15 to $50, depending on quality and eye appeal. The highly sought-after SMS varieties, particularly those with deep cameo contrast or exceptional strike quality, can reach $100 to $500 at auction. Coins that display dramatic die polishing lines, planchet flaws, or other striking anomalies may attract premium bids from specialized collectors. Over the years, the 1967 quarter has demonstrated steady appreciation, supported by its historic importance and growing interest in transitional-era coinage. For collectors, acquiring a 1967 Washington quarter represents an opportunity to own a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in U.S. numismatic history. When seeking this coin, it is advisable to prioritize uncirculated examples or certified SMS issues to ensure authenticity and preservation of value. Always inspect for sharp details, minimal surface abrasions, and strong luster, as these attributes significantly enhance both desirability and long-term worth. Reputable coin dealers, major auction houses, and professional grading services such as RNGC are the best sources for acquiring high-quality examples. Proper storage in airtight holders or archival-grade flips will help prevent tarnish and environmental damage, ensuring the coin remains as captivating as the day it was struck. Beyond its monetary and collectible appeal, the 1967 Washington quarter carries profound cultural and historical resonance. It reflects the resilience of the U.S. Mint during a challenging economic era and the nation's adaptability in maintaining public trust during change. Collectors appreciate this coin not only as a piece of metal, but as a story, one that speaks of innovation, practicality, and the enduring respect for American tradition. The absence of a mint mark, once a practical decision, has become an emblem of unity among all 1967 quarters, symbolizing a year when all coins stood equal, regardless of their minting origin. For numismatists, the 1967 quarter also serves as an educational piece, an artifact of economic policy, minting technology, and design evolution. It offers a fascinating study in how shifts in metal composition and production strategy can shape the collecting landscape. Those who delve into this coin's nuances often find themselves immersed in a broader understanding of American coinage, where each decision made by the U.S. Mint rippled across decades of production and collector enthusiasm. Ultimately, the 1967 Washington quarter not only endures as a functional piece of currency, but also as a treasured collectible representing a defining era of transition in American numismatics. Its timeless artistry, historical depth, and connection to the nation's coinage evolution make it a staple for collectors seeking both beauty and significance. Whether admired for its design, preserved as an investment, or cherished for its story, this coin continues to stand as a testament to the enduring spirit of American coinage and the values it embodies. In conclusion, the USA Washington quarter dollar from 1967 remains a prized treasure, a coin that unites history, artistry, and rarity into one remarkable piece of American heritage. Its distinctive no-mint mark identity, symbolic design, and historical context make it far more than a simple quarter. It is a tangible reminder of national resilience and craftsmanship. For collectors worldwide, the 1967 Washington quarter offers not only lasting value, but also a sense of connection to an extraordinary chapter in the United States' numismatic journey, one that continues to inspire admiration, curiosity, and respect among enthusiasts across generations. Next up, the 1994 D Mint mark Jefferson nickel. Yes, a single nickel from the year 1994 struck at the Denver Mint, the D Mint mark, and we'll explore whether you might just hold something far more valuable than its face value suggests. So strap in, let's see why this humble 5-cent coin gets whispers of overnight riches. Background and context. The coin in question belongs to the long-running series of the Jefferson nickel, first issued in 1938. The design features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia home Monticello on the reverse. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced nickels at various mints, Philadelphia P, Denver D, and also proofs from S. Your focus today is the Denver minted 1994 D piece. The vast majority of these coins were issued in regular circulation, and in typical condition they are worth almost nothing above face value. For most collectors, a standard 1994 D Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is still worth about 5 cents. What big money could mean? But that's not the whole story. For collectors and dealers, the magic happens when certain conditions are met. A rare mint mark combination, superb condition, mint state, special features like full steps, FS on the Monticello reverse, sharp, deep steps in the architecture, or other design variations or errors. For the 1994 D, if you find one with full steps and high grade or higher and certification by a reputable grading firm, you might command significantly more than the typical nickel value. For example, guides show that for the 1994 D Jefferson nickel in MS mint state, with full steps the value range can stretch up to $1,750 in top grade. Why this particular coin generally yield overnight riches? Now let's be realistic. Despite that upper end of $1,750, this is still not the kind of coin that guaranteeing get rich overnight status. The mintage for 1994 D regular strike was very large, meaning most survive. The condition must be near perfect, even then it takes rare demand. Pricing guides show the standard MS grade for 1994 D regular strike in full steps might start relatively low, say around $11 in lower MS, up to $1,750 in the highest MS FS condition. And many of the online listings for raw, uncertified coins show them selling for just a few dollars or face value. So the rich overnight part is only possible if your coin is in exceptional condition and has the features that serious collectors specifically target. What to look for? If you want to check your wallet or coin collection to see if you found the one, here are key features. The date, 1994, with a D mint mark under the date, Denver Mint. The reverse, Monticello building, and the steps of Monticello should show full steps, which means all 5 or more steps are fully separated and sharply defined. This is a visual cue of strong strike and quality. Guides show that the FS designation full steps on MS coins dramatically increases value. The grade, ideally certified by a reputable grader, e.g. Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), in mint state MS condition, the higher the number, etc., the better. The strike and finish, look for minimal wear, original luster, no major marks or scratches, crisp details, and no signs of cleaning or alteration. Potential value scenario. Suppose you find a 1994 D Jefferson nickel with full steps and it gets authenticated and graded at or, according to value guides, you could be looking at hundreds or up to around $1,750 in value, quite a jump from 5 cents. That's a 10, 100, even 1,000 times increase depending on what you paid or how you found it. That's where the rich overnight idea comes in, but again, it only applies to a very small subset of coins meeting those high conditions. For most folks finding a 1994 D in average condition, the value will remain modest, perhaps a few dollars above face value. Why you shouldn't bet your house on it. Important caveats if you're making content. Just being a 1994 D doesn't automatically mean rich. Condition plus FS plus grading equals value. Many coins are raw, not graded, and may have surface issues, wear, or poor strike. These reduce value significantly. Market demand fluctuates. What someone paid for a coin last year might not hold forever. Some error coins or very low mintage varieties may shoot up more, but mainstream versions remain fairly steady. Authenticity and grading fees matter. To realize value, you may need to pay for certification, submit the coin to PCGS NGC, wait for results, and pay fees. The net gain might be less than the list value. Always consult multiple sources, recent sales records, auction results. The value guides show upper thresholds, e.g. up to $1,750, but just because a coin can reach that doesn't mean everyone will. Call to action wrap-up. So to wrap, keep your eyes peeled. If you have a 1994 D Jefferson nickel, inspect that Monticello reverse for full steps, evaluate the condition, consider grading. It's entirely possible you've got a coin worth far more than its 5-cent face value. But remember, huge value only comes if you hit the premium tier of condition and features. Don't expect automatic riches, but also don't dismiss that nickel you've shoved into a jar. It might just be worth more than you think. Next up today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising finds in modern U.S. coinage, the 1998 P Jefferson nickel. You might think this is just an ordinary 5-cent coin, but some rare varieties and high-grade examples from this year have shocked collectors with their astonishing market value. In fact, a single coin from this year could turn your pocket change into serious cash, possibly even make you rich overnight. Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel, bringing a more modern and presidential design to the 5-cent piece. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home Monticello on the reverse. By 1998, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for 6 decades, and the Philadelphia Mint was producing millions of them each year. But as history often proves, even among millions, a few extraordinary coins can rise in value far beyond their face value. The P mint mark on the 1998 Jefferson nickel indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While this mint produced well over 600 million nickels that year, not all of them were created equal. Subtle variations, errors, and condition differences have made some of these coins extremely desirable among collectors. The 1998 P nickel, when found in exceptional condition or with specific striking errors, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's numismatic market. At first glance, a 1998 P Jefferson nickel looks no different from the rest. A familiar portrait of Jefferson, smooth nickel surface, and the Monticello building on the back. But what separates a valuable 1998 P nickel from a regular one is often invisible to the casual observer. Minute details like die cracks, doubling on the lettering, full steps on Monticello, or an exceptionally high-grade surface can transform a pocket change coin into a collector's jackpot. One of the key indicators of a rare and valuable Jefferson nickel is the full steps designation. This term refers to the staircase leading up to Monticello on the reverse of the coin. A perfectly struck nickel will show all 6 steps in sharp detail, free from wear or striking flaws. The 1998 P Jefferson nickel with full steps is incredibly rare because most coins from that year were struck with worn dies or handled roughly during production. Collectors pay top dollar for full steps examples, with some graded by or NGC reaching values exceeding $1,000 to $3,000 at auction. Beyond the full steps variety, minting errors from 1998 have caused a stir among numismatists. Some of the most valuable include double die, off-center strikes, die cracks, and clash dies. Each error type adds uniqueness to the coin, increasing both its rarity and value. For example, a 1998 P Jefferson nickel with a dramatic off-center strike or a bold double die can sell for several $100s, depending on its visibility and preservation. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A 1998 P Jefferson nickel in circulated condition might fetch only a few cents, but one graded or higher by a professional grading service can command extraordinary prices. Coins with pristine surfaces, sharp details, and full luster are the ones that auction houses and private collectors chase. A single grade difference, say, from 2, can literally double or triple the coin's value overnight. One of the most stunning examples of this coin's potential came from auctions where rare 1998 P Jefferson nickels in top condition fetched thousands of dollars. In recent years, collectors have paid premium prices for high-grade specimens certified with full steps details. For instance, a full steps example once sold for nearly $2,500. These numbers prove that hidden treasures still exist in modern coinage, and that the Jefferson nickel continues to surprise even the most experienced numismatists. Why the 1998 P nickel stands out among modern coins. While many nickels from the 1990s are still common, the 1998 P stands out due to its combination of strike quality and scarcity in top condition. The dies used that year often produced weak details, making full steps coins especially elusive. Furthermore, many of these nickels were released into circulation immediately, meaning few were saved in mint condition. That makes each surviving pristine coin a rarity, a small miracle of preservation that commands a high price in today's market, spotting a valuable 1998 P nickel in your collection. If you want to check whether your 1998 P Jefferson nickel might be worth a fortune, grab a magnifying glass and look closely. Examine the steps on Monticello for clarity and separation, check the date and lettering for signs of doubling, and inspect the edges for striking errors or unusual marks. Coins with perfect steps, full luster, and no visible wear could be hiding in your change jar, and could be worth hundreds or more if graded professionally. How to get your coin professionally graded. If you suspect your nickel might be valuable, the next step is getting it authenticated and graded by a trusted service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. These institutions provide a certified grade and label that can dramatically increase the coin's value and trustworthiness. A certified or full steps 1998 P Jefferson nickel can easily turn an ordinary-looking coin into a life-changing asset. The market demand and collector interest. Interest in Jefferson nickels has surged in recent years as more collectors focus on modern-era coins. The 1998 P, due to its rarity and full steps condition and variety of striking errors, has become a major target for both new and experienced collectors. As demand rises and pristine examples become harder to find, prices continue to climb, meaning your nickel could appreciate even further in the future. The hidden value in everyday chain. It's truly incredible to think that a simple nickel, something you might overlook daily, could hold so much potential value. Many collectors have found rare nickels in circulation or inherited collections that turned out to be worth thousands. The 1998 P Jefferson nickel serves as a powerful reminder that treasure doesn't always sparkle in gold. Sometimes, it jingles quietly in your pocket. Final thoughts: could you be the next lucky finder? So the next time you check your spare change, take a closer look. That 1998 P Jefferson nickel could be your ticket to instant wealth. Whether it's a flawless full step specimen or a rare mint error, this humble 5-cent coin has proven itself to be a hidden gem in modern American numismatics. Don't underestimate what's in your pocket, because one small coin might just make you rich overnight. Next up today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins hiding right in plain sight, the 1977 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. At first glance, this 5-cent coin looks like any other nickel in your change jar. But don't be fooled, this particular year and type can hold a shocking value in today's collector's market. Some examples of this coin have been sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, turning everyday pocket change into a small fortune overnight. The 1977 Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark on its coins. That's why you'll see no P under the date, making it the famous no mint mark nickel. With millions minted, you might wonder, how could one of these be worth so much? The answer lies in the details, the condition, strike quality, and rare errors that make certain 1977 nickels stand out from the rest. Let's start with the basics. The 1977 Jefferson nickel is made of a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. On the obverse, we see the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson designed by Felix, while the reverse features Jefferson's historic home, Monticello, a design that has been iconic since 1938. Although these coins were mass-produced, the artistry and minor variations in die strikes can turn ordinary nickels into valuable collectibles. In circulation, most 1977 no-mint mark nickels hold just their face value of 5 cents. However, the story changes completely when you find one in uncirculated or mint-state condition. High-grade examples graded by professional services like our NGC can command massive premiums. A pristine or higher nickel from 1977 with a full Monticello step detail, known as full steps, is what every serious collector dreams of finding. Those crisp details dramatically increase the value. The term full steps refers to the sharp clarity of the steps on the Monticello building on the reverse side of the coin. Most circulated coins have worn out or blurred steps due to heavy use and weak strikes. However, if your 1977 nickel shows 5 or 6 complete unbroken steps, you could be holding a rare and expensive coin. Full steps nickels are often worth hundreds to even thousands of dollars depending on grade and eye appeal. One of the most remarkable sales recorded for a 1977 Jefferson nickel with full steps was at a major auction where an example graded FS, full steps, sold for around $1,500 to $2,000 USD. That's a huge return for a 5-cent coin, but even coins graded or FS can bring between $200 and $800, depending on demand and overall appearance. So that nickel sitting in your drawer could be worth more than you think. Apart from the full steps varieties, error coins from 1977 are also highly collectible and valuable. Some examples include off-center strikes, double die, and clipped planchets. Each type of minting error tells a story about how the coin was produced, and collectors love those stories. Depending on the rarity of the error, these coins can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $1,000 at auction. What makes the 1977 Jefferson nickel truly exciting is that it's a coin you can still find in everyday circulation. Unlike older coins that are rarely seen outside of collector hands, 1977 nickels are still floating around in pocket change, coin rolls, and old jars. That means you could literally discover a treasure worth thousands without spending more than 5 cents. Collectors and investors often look for nickels with strong strikes, bright luster, and little to no wear. If your 1977 no-mint mark nickel looks brand new, consider having it graded professionally. The grading process verifies authenticity and assigns a condition rating that greatly influences market value. Coins sealed in professional holders from or NGC with a high MS grade are more trusted and therefore sell for more money. Another reason the 1977 Jefferson nickel holds significance is because it represents the last era before major design updates in the series. The later years introduced slight design refinements and different minting techniques. So the 1977 no-mint mark nickel captures the final charm of the original Jefferson design, giving it additional historical and nostalgic value for numismatists. In today's coin market, Jefferson nickels have been gaining renewed attention from both new collectors and seasoned experts. The rising prices of full steps varieties and rare mint errors have turned once overlooked nickels into hot commodities. Many dealers now actively search for 1970s era nickels because they offer affordable entry points with massive upside potential, especially when you stumble upon a gem-quality 1977. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1977 Jefferson nickel? First, examine it under good lighting. Check for sharp step details, clear strike, and any unusual markings or doubling. If it looks special, don't spend it. Place it in a protective holder and take it to a coin shop or send it to a professional grading service for evaluation. Even a small detail could make a huge difference in value. In conclusion, the 1977 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is far more than just another 5-cent piece. It's a piece of American history, and possibly a hidden jackpot waiting to be discovered. With rare high-grade full steps examples selling for thousands, this coin proves that even modern-era nickels can make you rich overnight. So check your change, open those coin jars, and look closely. Your next lucky find could be a 1977 Jefferson nickel worth big money. Thank you so much for watching, my coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you enjoyed learning about the rare and valuable 1977 Jefferson nickel, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories and hidden treasures from American history. Drop a comment below if you've ever found an old Jefferson nickel. Who knows, maybe you're sitting on a small fortune right now. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and may your next coin be worth a fortune.